The statistics surrounding drug-related crime in this nation and in our city are staggering. We know that addiction is not a problem that we can arrest our way out of. Currently, there are 23 million Americans living in recovery each day. The Waterbury Police have now begun working side by side with recovery coaches to assist survivors of overdoses and connect them with care. If you want to learn more or you want to be connected with an overdose response technician, come see me. I'm Fernando Spagnolo, the Waterbury Police Chief, and we're here to help.
Good evening, everyone, to this regular meeting of the City of Waterbury's Board of Education for Thursday, June 17th. Tonight, we are live and are also being recorded on various media platforms, whatever they may be. Our first agenda item is a silent prayer. Dr. Ruffin, do you have anything that you want to add?
Yes, Commissioner. This evening, for our moment of silence, I'd like for us to keep in memory Anna A. Shove, a retired paraprofessional at Gilmartin Elementary School who passed away on June 11th. Let us remember her and family and all of the contributions to Waterbury Public Schools.
Thank you. Karen Harvey, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, if you would not mind?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance
To the
to the
flag
flag
of
of the United States
of America
and to the
the
republic for which it stands, one nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Harvey.
You're welcome.
Carrie, the floor is yours for a roll call.
Commissioner Brown,
Here.
Vice President Harvey,
Here.
Commissioner Hernandez, Commissioner Nardozzi,
Here.
Commissioner Orso,
Here.
Commissioner Serrano Adorno,
Here.
Commissioner Stango,
Here.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Here.
Commissioner Van Stone,
Present.
President Pagano.
Present.
Okay, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Agenda item number 4, communications. Commissioner Ann Sweeney.
Motion to receive and place on file communications as listed.
Second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion? If you're in agreement, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Agenda number 5 is a public address to the board, as my understanding.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'm sorry. We needed to have a motion to add prior to communications.
Okay.
Okay, motion to add item 13.17, extended school year appointments to the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or comments? Please signify by saying aye if you're in agreement.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Ayes have it. Thank you. Agenda item number 5, public address to the board. I understand that there are no callers, correct?
Correct.
Thank
Correct.
you. Let's see. Item number 6 is the next one, students' announcements. Dr. Ruffin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Commissioner. We do have presentation slide to share all of the great things that have been happening, and so happy that so many of these are occurring in person. And we had an opportunity to really see our students and to really engage in a meaningful way. So I'd like to share some of those with you. Sujatha has the PowerPoint on the screen. And we start, hold on 1 second, because sometimes when I'm doing that, I can't see you. So let's see if I can change that. So our graduation week began with Waterbury Arts Magnet School on Wednesday, June 16th at Municipal Stadium. We're incredibly proud of all of our graduates. Their grace, perseverance, resilience, particularly this year, has been quite inspiring to all of us. I also want to thank everyone for their flexibility. Again, with the inclement weather that caused us to postpone graduations on Monday and Tuesday. But nonetheless, beautiful weather and wonderful festivities and celebratory occasions for all of our students as they graduate. There have been 4 graduations so far, and I've enjoyed every one of them, and in particular, the speeches from the students, the class presidents, the valedictorian, the salutatorian has been so inspiring. The fact that these young people are thinking the way that they do, and they're able to engage an audience in such meaningful, relevant concerns and expression of what they've learned during the most unprecedented time in our history is so impressive. So we can all be proud of them. We were able to successfully have our prom. The senior prom occurred at La Bella Vista on Friday, June 11th. There were several pictures that were taken, and so many of the staff were in attendance. So I want to thank all of the teachers, the principals, the administrative staff, my staff at central office, senior cabinet, and everyone who really took part into making certain that our seniors had a wonderful prom. Crosby High School students win $10,000 in annual scholarships. We are very proud of these students. Got a chance to see them during their award ceremony. Edson Destra with a Lockheed Martin scholarship. Valeria received the James F. and Shirley W. Ward Memorial Scholarship, and Angelina Avalis, James F. and Shirley W. Ward Memorial Scholarship. We're very, very proud of these young students, and we know that they're going to be going on to some amazing things. Very happy that Valeria still has the year with us as she continues. We are very pleased that WCA's Teaching Our Cities and Schoolyards Free Little Libraries project selected as the statewide winner. So congratulations on that. Way to go, Spartans. The Superintendent Student Award ceremony this year was quite different, but I was so honored to go into every campus and to meet with the students individually, present the award, meet their families, get to know a little bit about what the students are going to be doing this summer, or where their aspirations are for next year. And it was just such a wonderful, wonderful time getting to meet them personally and to hear a little bit about who they are and what they're going to be doing over the course of the next several years. So what a pleasure. Congratulations to all of the recipients. And there are pictures here from every school so that you can see who the students were. They all received a yard sign that was going to be posted in their neighborhood. So we hope that you've seen a lot of these throughout the neighborhoods in Waterbury. We also had balloons for the students, a cookie with their school colors and their names, and really, really had a great time to celebrate with their families who were all present during the time that the students were receiving the award. The principals did an awesome job getting the teachers there, for the teachers who nominated students, as well as their assistant principals who participated in this festive. And for Kathleen, who was our bus driver who took us around Waterbury the entire time, I think it took 5 or 6 days to make sure we were at every single school presenting these awards to all of these wonderful students in Waterbury. The 2021 Waterbury Teacher of the Year, we celebrated a wonderful occasion in person at the Palace Theater. We were honored to present Jason Martinez from North End Middle School as the Waterbury Teacher of the Year. Mr. Martinez is a physical education teacher. He will move forward and be considered for the title of Connecticut Teacher of the Year, which is traditionally announced in the fall. Congratulations, Mr. Martinez. Waterbury Administrator of the Year is Amy Sims. She was selected the 2021 Waterbury Administrator of the Year, and we're very proud of Amy, and we wish her the very best, very deserving, and what an honor that she's here working with us and working with our pre-K students here in Waterbury. The International School Mural, we're so excited to have Ms. Picaro, as she is created this mural design for the new international school alongside with Mr. Mastriani from Hopeville. And they've been working on this for weeks. It's truly a wonderful work of art, and we can't wait to see the final product, as well as to further communicate with our board and everyone, parents, so that we can officially have an open house before school starts for our students that have been chosen for the first ever international school in Waterbury with a focus on dual language immersion. The class of 2021 graduates of the Step 2 in VCC transition program graduated last week. Congratulations to all of them. There was a lovely and very personal ceremony held at Naugatuck Valley Community College in the Zenzer Rose Garden. It was so beautiful that day. And we're incredibly proud of our students, and they have very ambitious career goals. And many of them already knew where they were going to be going next year and how they were going to be advancing through their career choices. Very proud of them. On a final note, not in a slide, but certainly, with bittersweet, I am so incredibly proud of Dr. Janice Epperson. Dr. Epperson came to Waterbury a few months after I was here in Waterbury, hired her from Jackson, Tennessee, when I became superintendent here, and really felt that the work that we did in Jackson, and in particular the work that she did with other members of my team there, were really going to strengthen the work that we were preparing to do in Waterbury. She applied for the position of assistant superintendent. She got the position, and I was so pleased that she was here and was able to lead in a very honorable way the middle schools and the high schools and the pre-K-8 schools. She is indeed going to be missed. She's has so much that she has offered to Waterbury, and I'm certain that the people that have gotten to know her will continue to connect with her. Dr. Epperson will be leaving at the end of the month, and will be the superintendent in her hometown of Humboldt, Tennessee. And it's very proud, and at the same time, I'm going to miss her, but what an opportunity and what a way that she's going to be impacting more children and more people in her hometown. And I don't know if she has anything to say, but if she does, I would ask her if she might want to say something now.
Thank you, Dr. Ruffin, Commissioner President Picano, and Vice President Harvey, and the rest of the commissioners and my team, everyone. And my doorbell just so happened to be ringing while I'm talking, so they'll have to wait. But just wanted to say that I am indeed honored to have you guys to think enough of me to allow me to be a part of this team and to embrace the work that we needed to do for the district. I had a conversation with the mayor the other day, and I'm just elated that he is bringing Waterbury Promise and trying to just mimic some of the things that we're doing here in my hometown, and just looking forward to leading a district that's struggling right now. And hopefully we can bring some of what I've learned here back to my hometown. So thank you again for the opportunity. Thank you for the job. Thank you for all the responsibilities. And I know that you guys are going to do and continue to do great things in Waterbury. So thank you a lot. Keep praying for us. Pray for me very hard over the next couple of months. And hopefully this transition will be smooth.
Thank you, Dr. Epperson. And commissioners, at this point, this concludes the announcements that I have.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruffin. Dr. Epperson, not to add more fuel to the fire, but you've made an impact in this community. So thank you very much for your service and being the change agent that helped the kids and the citizens of Waterbury. I have a couple of comments. Number one, a very simple one. To each and every graduate and student in the district, congratulations on the achieving of graduating and progressing on to the next grade. I know everybody wants a good, healthy summer, but get ready. The fall will be here before you know it. Number two, I was catching up on my paperwork over the weekend and I got a little motion sickness. I started reading our minutes. Has anyone read our minutes and gotten dizzy and trying to figure out what is it that it's actually trying to tell you? So I went over to the Board of Aldermen site and I looked at their minutes. I said, hallelujah, how simple, how concise. I did a little research on what's actually required in the minutes, and that's what they seem to be following. According to the FOIA requirements, you just need to know the time of convening and adjournment, date and place of the meeting, names of the institution members attending and how they voted on each issue, statement of each issue discussed and acted on, and the purpose of any executive action who attended such executive session. I'm proposing that we change and modify our minute format so it's a little bit more simpler and a little bit more summarization rather than a transcription. If I want a transcription, I could go to YouTube and get it by watching the videos. So I'm planning to go forward because I didn't see any policy that says we've dictated how the minutes are delineated. So I'm planning to move on that unless anybody's got a problem with that. But that is the end of my comments. It should make a little more concise and just more of a summary rather than a treatise or a doctoral dissertation. Any comments, thoughts?
President Pagano, I'd like to, if we could, I'd like to look at that because I'd like to see what some of the other districts are doing because I'm with you if that's what the aldermen are doing, but that detail has saved us on some things in the past. So I'm just a little concerned that way.
Such as?
Well, it has saved us and who said what.
Well, you get that off and you can look at the video and you'll get the same thing on the recording.
Okay, but what I'm asking is, can we look at that and not make the decision now, but just give us a chance to look at it? I mean, I don't see what the rush is to do that. So if we could just have maybe the next meeting.
Okay, Commissioner Ann Sweeney, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I support that decision. The FOI regulation has been in place for a number of years, exactly as you read it. It has also been the opinion of several FOI attorneys that less is more in terms of minutes. So I totally agree with that. Other districts have moved to just a summary, in particular because there are recordings, verbal recordings, but now there are YouTube recordings, there are video recordings on a regular basis. And any one of those could be pulled if there was any kind of a dispute as to who said what. So I support that and appreciate President Pagano that you're moving on this.
Thank you. Anybody else got any more comments? Commissioner Charles Stango.
Here we go.
You're muted, Charles. There you go.
All right. I'm just concerned that Carrie's not going to have enough to do now. I mean, you know, that she enjoyed doing those minutes, and I'm kidding. I'm on board with it.
Thank you very much. Liz Brown, did I see your hand raised?
Yeah, I'm really all in favor of it. I think, we've tried to streamline the agenda. We've been trying to streamline so that it's much more cohesive and easier for staff, because we went from 4 meetings a month to two meetings, and we changed a lot of the format of the agenda. So I absolutely agree. Anything we can do to make it easier for staff and, to fulfill our obligations to the law is fine with me. So this is great.
I'm proposing it to make it easier for me. I got dizzy reading one of the minutes. I go, this did what? It was like navigating through a cloud bank. Commissioner Rocco Stango, did I see, Rocco Orso, I see your hand up?
Yes, Rocco Spango here. Yeah. I'm totally in agreement too. Less is more. As long as the basic facts are there and we're following the FOI requirements, I think that's all we really need.
Counselor Tara Shaw. You have any comments on this one? You're the lawyer.
Certainly, I think that what you're proposing, President Pagano, is certainly compliant with the Freedom of Information Act. And in addition to that, I've had occasion in representing other municipalities and other districts to have to go back and look at the archived videos and actually create transcripts. So we do have the ability to go back if we ever need to do that. Carrie can do that, or we can hire a court reporter to do that. So we can create transcripts from those YouTube videos as long as they're certified.
Okay, thank you very much. Not to belabor this, anyone else have any comments that they want to add? I thank each and every one of you for your comments, and we'll be in touch, as they say. That's the end of my comments. We have no student representatives tonight, so we are up to item number 9, the consent calendar. You've all got the agenda in front of you. Does anyone wish to remove an item from the consent calendar tonight? Not all at once. Okay, we're going to move on then. On the consent calendar, item 9.1, request approval of amendment number 1 to the agreement with various agencies for sub-grantee services under the School Readiness and Child Day Care Grant. Item number 9.2, a request for approval of a professional services agreement with PTSMA Inc., doing business as Select Physical Therapy for athletic trainer services for interscholastic athletics. Item 9.3, request approval of a memorandum of understanding with Tata America International for TCS Train the Trainer and Go It program. Item number 9.4, request approval of a student intern affiliation agreement with the Naugatuck Valley Community College, otherwise known as NVCC, for school social work / human services interns. Item 9.5, request approval of an agreement with the Waterbury Young Men's Christian Association, otherwise known as YMCA, for transition services for students with disabilities. Item number 9.6, requesting an approval of an agreement with Ed Advanced Transition Services for students with disabilities. Item 9.7, request approval of an agreement with Cooperative Educational Services for educational services for students with disabilities. Item 9.8, request approval of an agreement with the Connecticut Institute for the Blind, Incorporated, doing business as Oak Hill for educational services for students with disabilities. Item 9.9, request approval of a partner agreement with Relay Graduate School of Education for Relay Teaching Residency Alternate Route to Certification Program. Item 9.10, request approval to apply for the Connecticut State Department of Education's 2021 through 2023 Primary Mental Health Program Grant for Duggan, Wendell Cross, and Sprague schools. Item number 9.11, request approval to apply for the Connecticut State Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security, for multimedia school security competitive grant. Item 9.12, requesting an approval of a transfer in the 2020/2021 fiscal year budget. Item 9.13, request approval of the Department of Education's 2021/22 fiscal year budget. Item number 9.14, the use of school facilities by school organizations and/or city departments. And finally, item number 9.15, the use of school facilities by outside organizations and/or waiver requests. Can I get a motion to approve the consent calendar 9.1 through 9.15, please?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, comments, questions? I don't see anybody's hand waving, so if you're in agreement, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. The ayes have it. We are now on to item 11 on the agenda, Committee on Finance. Commissioner Rocco Orso, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. 11.1, request approval of a contract with MJ Daly LLC for boiler replacement at Hopeful School.
Second.
Any discussion?
Any discussion? Any comments? If you're all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. The ayes have it. Thank you. Rocco?
11.2, request approval of an agreement with Greater Waterbury Young Men's Christian Association for summer day camp program at Camp
Natasha.
Matasha. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
have trouble with that one too.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion or comments? If you are in agreement, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. The ayes have it. Commissioner Rocco Orso, thank you very much.
Welcome, Mr. President.
We will now be going into executive session as the next agenda item. Commissioner Ann Sweeney, the floor is yours.
Motion to convene into executive session for discussion concerning the appointment, employment, performance, evaluation, health, or dismissal of a public officer or employee.
Second.
Any discussion or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. We are going off to executive session. And
Doctor, who else is going to be in with us?
Mr. Mendoza and Ms. Shaw.
Okay, Will, can you take care of that?
Yes, I'm taking care and put everybody into a waiting room, and then I'll make you the host and you'll bring us back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Commissioner Ann Sweeney, you have the floor.
Motion to return from executive session to the regular order of business. No votes were taken.
Second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain? The ayes have it. Motion carries. And I would like to welcome back Juanita Hernandez, who has just joined us during our intermission. Item number 12, School Committee on School Personnel. Commissioner Charles Stango, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is item 12.1 regarding the Tinker Elementary Vice Principal appointment. Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval of the Committee on School Personnel, the Superintendent of Schools recommends approval of the appointment of Ryan Sullivan as Elementary Vice Principal, Tinker School, effective immediately. So moved.
Second. Thank you. Any discussion, comments, or questions? Seeing none, I will move on and ask you to please signify by saying aye if you're in agreement with this.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries, and the ayes have it. Thank you very much. Commissioner Stango.
Mr. President, item 12.2 regarding the sabbatical leave request. Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval of the Committee on School Personnel, the Superintendent of Schools recommends the sabbatical leave request of Dina Mortensen, K through 5 ELA Supervisor for the 2021-2022 school year be approved for a maximum of 112 workdays. So moved.
Second.
Thank you very much. Any discussion or comments? Seeing none, I would ask you if you're in agreement with this, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The motion carries. Mr. Stango, the ayes have said so. Thank you. You're on.
All right, item 12.3 regarding the Supervisor of Talent and Professional Development appointment. Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval on the Committee of School Personnel, the Superintendent of Schools recommends approval of the appointment of Lisa M. Romano as the Supervisor of Talent, Management, and Professional Development effective July 1st, 2021. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Stango, and thank you for the second. If you're in agreement with this appointment, would you please signify by saying aye?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. The ayes have it. Thank you very much, Commissioner Charles Stango. Item number 13, Superintendent's notification to the board. Commissioner Ann Sweeney, would you do the honors, please?
Motion to receive and place on file superintendent's notification to the board, items 13.1 through 13.17,
17, I think.
yeah, 13.16.
Second.
Oh,
Correct, I'm sorry, the add-on 13.17, I stand corrected.
okie dokie. Thank you very much. May I have a second on the update?
Second.
version? Thank you very much. Any discussion, comments? If you're in agreement with this, would you please signify by saying aye?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Abstain.
Guys have it. Pardon? Did someone abstain?
Yes, Tom.
Okay, thank you, sir. The ayes still have it. The motion carries, but thank you very much. Item number 14. Who wants to
The
do
motion we
the?
adjourn.
President Pagano?
Oh,
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Harvey. You have the floor for this quick update.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just a point, personal privilege here. Just to mention, first of all, this is a very historical day. If I'm not mistaken, hopefully President Biden will sign this. But the Senate and the House today voted on our 12th federal holiday, that being Juneteenth. And in keeping with that, well, let me back up for a minute and explain what Juneteenth, what that means. We have to go back to roughly 1863, when Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed, quote unquote, freed the slaves. But more than 2 years later, there were those who were enslaved who were not informed that they were free. And this occurred in Galveston, Texas on June 19th, 1865. Once these Americans learned that they were freed, there was celebration, dancing, very festival activities that occurred. So we continue to do that, and each year it seems to catch more and more activity. So this year, I just wanted to make sure that the commissioners and also, our public knows that there are activities that are planned, starting with tomorrow evening at Mattituck Museum from 5 to 7. The Juneteenth Committee had a program scheduled in honor of this holiday. On Saturday, June 19th, the actual day or date, in the morning at the WOW NRZ Community Center, starting at 8:30, that will begin with breakfast from 8:30 to 9. We will commemorate Juneteenth, and I'd like to mention this is at 308 Walnut Street, and also our very own Sean Mosley will be the facilitator at that event. So if you have time in the morning, then in the afternoon at the New Opportunities for Waterbury in the courtyard, they will hold another event commemorating Juneteenth. Opportunities for Waterbury on North Elm Street. There will be food, music, vendors, and discussions. So I just wanted to make sure that folks were aware of this and come out and participate in the festivities. Thank you, President Pagano.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Karen Harvey. And I think that wraps us up. So who would like to set a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Who wants to talk about this? Adjourning. Anybody? Comments, questions? Please signify if you're in agreement with a big yay.
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 I need a
No.
second on that.
All right.
Second.
Oh, you need a second? All right.
Yeah, I didn't hear one.
Second.
Pretend. Everyone, thank you very much. Have a great weekend and see you in the future, if not in the pasture. And Dr. Epperson, again, kudos. And we're sorry to miss you. We're gonna miss you big time.
Gonna miss you.
Bye, Janice.
All right.
Congratulations to all the
Yes.
graduates. And happy Father's Day.
Oh,
Happy
yes, right.
Father's Day. Happy
Right, happy Father's Day.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm not a father, but it's
Enjoy,
still early.
Janice.
Bye, guys.
You never know.
Last year, 109 people in the city of Waterbury lost their life to an overdose, but 424 lives were saved by the city's many first responders. And every life saved is a chance for recovery. There are a range of treatment options for those who struggle with opioid use disorder. With the right care, support, and treatment, recovery is possible. To learn more, come see me. I'm Cameron Breen. I'm living proof that recovery is possible, and I'm an overdose response technician with the City of Waterbury.